Welcome to Michigan Condo Voices, where real co-owners and real Michigan communities come together. We break down the issues that matter most with clarity and transparency. Let's get into today's episode.
Hi, everyone. This is Stephanie with Michigan Condo Voices. If you requested records from your condominium association and received no response or only partial information, you may be wondering what your next step is. What many co owners don't realize is that getting those records may require more than another follow up. In some cases, it may involve initiating a court process just to have the request formally addressed. In this video, I'll walk through what the process looks like in Michigan and what to understand before deciding whether to take that step. A motion to compel is not the first step. Before considering this process, co-owners typically submit a written records request with a proper purpose, follow up if needed, and allow a reasonable amount of time for a response. If those steps don't resolve the issue and records are still not provided or are incomplete, a motion to compel may be an option. One of the most important things to understand is this: a motion to compel is part of a legal process. It usually requires an existing court case. If there is no open court case, the first step may be initiating one. In Michigan, that can involve filing a complaint with the court, often using a standard civil form such as MC01 to begin the case. This step creates a case number, which allows motions to be filed and heard by the court. This can be done by an attorney or, in some cases, by a co owner. When this is executed by a co-owner, it's known as pro se, meaning the legal right of individuals to represent themselves in court without legal representation. At a high level, the complaint typically includes identification of the parties, a brief explanation of the issue, and a request for relief, such as access to records. The goal is not to make broad claims, but to clearly state what was requested and what has not been provided. Once a case is established, a motion to compel can be filed. The motion itself is usually brief and states that records were requested, a response was not received or was incomplete, and court intervention is being requested. Most of the detail is included in the supporting attachment. This is one of the most critical parts of the process. The supporting documents typically includes a clear timeline of requests, copies of the original requests and follow-ups, any responses received, and a description of what is still outstanding. Documents are often attached as labeled exhibits. Clarity and organization matter here. The goal is to present what was requested, when it was requested, and what response, if any, was received. After the motion is prepared, it is filed with the court. It must also be served on the condominium association and, if applicable, the association's legal counsel. The court will then schedule a hearing. At the hearing, the court will generally consider whether the records request was reasonable, whether it was properly made, and whether the association responded appropriately. If the court determines that records should be provided, it may issue an order requiring production of records. Possible outcomes may include in order to produce the requested records. Clarification of what must be provided, or in some cases, denial if the request does not meet requirements. In some situations, courts may also address costs associated with the process. This is a formal legal process, so it may involve time, filing fees, and procedural requirements. It's important to consider this step carefully and ensure that reasonable efforts to resolve the issue have already been made. It's also worth understanding that associations often involve legal counsel at this stage, which can result in additional costs that may affect the broader community. At the same time, when reasonable requests are not addressed over time, formal processes may become the only remaining option to obtain clarity. Before moving forward, it may help to keep requests specific and focused, document all communication, remain professional in tone, and allow a clear and reasonable response time frame. These steps can make a meaningful difference if the issue needs to be reviewed by the court. Because filing requirements and court procedures can vary by county, co-owners should review the appropriate court website for their area, such as the local county court, for current forms and filing instructions. This video is intended to help you understand the process and what to expect before taking that step. Understanding this process helps co-owners make informed decisions about how to proceed when records requests are not resolved. In many cases, issues can be addressed through communication, but when they're not, it's important to understand what formal options exist and what they involve. Take care, everyone. Thanks for listening.